I think it's time to blow this scene. Get everybody in the stuff together. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's jam.
Hey guys, what is up? Supernova here today to do One Piece Chapter 815 review. Now before I get into this, I'm tired. I'm really tired. I've had hardly any sleep at all for the past 2 days. But I thought I'd try to get the video out as soon as possible. If you hear that, it's my cat. She's down here scratching my chair. Anyway, so I'm going to try to keep this review as short as possible, but I'm going to try to get as much into it as I can. So let's just go from here. Okay, 815. This chapter of One Piece, very simple, very straightforward. Pretty much it's just Luffy meeting Nekomamushi and the continuation between him and Peckham's. And the thing about Sanji's family, and learn more about Sanji's family with Vinsmoke, they're the top of the chain of this, not me referred to it as an evil army, I can't remember the exact name of it, something, I think 66, I can't remember, but it's a mythical, legendary evil army. I don't even know if it's mythical, but it's legendary. And she thought it was a myth. But apparently the Vinsmoke family is at the top of this whole evil army, quote unquote. And above all of it is Sanji's father. And I guess the thing you hear between the Charlotte and the Vinsmoke family is Big Mom wants to unify the bloodline between these two because, she's a Yonko. She's powerful as fuck as it is. And this underground organization as the evil army, you got someone like the Vinsmoke on top of that. If you get the Vinsmoke and Charlotte to mix bloodlines, you're going to have... the power is going to be ridiculous. No shit. So I'm guessing this is Big Mam's plan all along. I don't know why is she targeted Sanji specifically because he's part of the Straw Hats, or maybe he's the third son, they said. I'm not sure if that implies they have 2 more sons. He's the third son, I think. He's the third son, I think, of the Vinsmoke. So... I don't know if it's Sanji is the only son, but I don't want to tell you he's the third son. Or maybe there's 2 above him 2 before him that were just daughters. I'm not sure. Hard to tell. It might be just because she's targeting Sanji specifically, or maybe the other 2 are married. But she might be just targeting Sanji specifically because of the Straw Hats and Mugi Buddhas. That's what my take on it is, but they did confirm she's wanting to get the bloodlines mixed. She's going to be more powerful with that, obviously, with them at her disposal and the vice versa. So, we also find out Peckham's wants Luffy to take him. I guess it's just going to be Luffy and Peckham's who's going to the tea party. Because Luffy, I will give him credit. He did tell him, it's like Robin said, we're going to start an all-out war, and that's the last thing we need. So, Luffy... very smart. He's learning. He's listening to his comrades, his crew. So it's just gonna be him and Peckham's going, okay? And I don't even know why Peckham's still calls himself a part of the family because he won't betray her. Which I was like, man, because once Capone gets back, he's gonna tell Big Mom. He's gonna inform her, that you disobeyed her, and she's gonna try to kill you. It's simple. It's simple. It really is. I don't know why. But he wants to get payback to Capone, obviously. But the box thing we find out with Sanji, they get this box. I guess it's not. It's technically them dying within a few days after denying the tea party. But apparently, if one denies the tea party, they will get a stop that. But apparently, if they deny the tea party, they'll get a present through the mail, and this present they open the box of the present, and it ends up being the head of someone that's close to them, like family, their crew, somebody they know closely. So it seems like the present is it's a severed head of somebody that you know personally and that you love. So what specifically that guy had, it must have been what he told Sanji when he whispered in his ear. Can't remember his name. I'll call him Gene Simmons, the long tongue, the big hands. That might have been what he told Sanji. But he had to say more than that. He might have specifically said who would have been. I've got a hint. I'll say it in a second. But Peckham's does inform me because it could be anybody from the Mugi Waters, from the East Blue, where the restaurant's at that he worked for, or where his where was it? I think it was his I'm guessing it's the place where Sanji was born. And Luffy gets pissed, like, how the fuck do you know this? And Peckham's, he does say, like, this is what power can do. When you have this kind of power and pull, this is what it can do. You can get information on people. It's ridiculous how much power it gives. That's what a Yonko can do. And that's scary. That a Yonko has this much power to find out this much information on somebody they barely even fucking know. But I guess it would have been easier for Sanji, given that he is part of the Vinsmoke family. But I'm certain they can do this about other people too. And that's pretty much what sums up that part of the chapter. It's just, well, hold on. Zoro, obviously. Zoro, he tells Luffy, he's like, I told you not to go after him. Don't make me kick your ass. And here's the thing. I get where Zoro's coming from. I really do. When he explains, you know, how they've got too much on their plate as it is with Kaido, because Kaido's going to come looking for him. It's obvious. But at the same time, you gotta admit, it's kind of hypocritical. I mean, it's not really a hypocritical once I just stepped back and thought about it. Because you weren't in that situation with Robin. It was one enemy, and fuck it. All out war. I do understand Zoro, what he's saying. You can't have two wars with two Yonko. It's ridiculously too much. And Law even gets on him too about the same thing. But, pretty much, Zoro's gotta listen to what Luffy says. He said it plenty of times. That's the captain. He's the one who makes the decisions. He's our leader. I know people like to say Zoro is probably the vice captain. I myself have also said it seems like Zoro fills in the vice captain role quite well. And if Zoro's not there, then Sanji's in charge. It seems like that's always been the case. That Zoro is always the vice captain. Even though he's not officially named that. It's possible. He's part of the Supernovas, honestly. But even if that's the case, if Zoro is second in command, Luffy is still numero uno. You listen, what he says goes, no matter what the fuck you say. He can take what you say into consideration, but in the end, he's the one who comes up with who makes the decisions. No questions asked. And I think Zoro, Zoro is very loyal to Luffy. Obviously, him and Sanji and everyone else, all of them are very loyal to Luffy. But just for the fact that he did question Luffy, I mean, it's good that he questioned him. But it's good that he questioned him. It really is. But it's just for the fact, Zoro, you gotta understand, this is your captain. He makes decisions. You don't. When he's not around, you're in charge. But once again, it was good for Zoro to try to straighten things out. And I mean, that's all I got to say about the Zoro part. Now, the ending of it is, you got Frankie, Robin, and Brooke. They're watching for Kinemon, and I can't remember his fucking name. The other samurai's with him. With the monkey, Ete. And they're climbing back up on the Zo. And they're going to try to stop him, because if the Mink know they had a samurai with them from Wano Kuni, that this was their meeting place with, what was his name? The samurai that Jack was looking for. If they know that they're there with Luffy and them, shit's going to break loose. It don't matter if you're their saviors. If you know you got these people with you that are somewhat accomplices to what had happened, indirectly, you're going to have some shit going on. And Frankie says, I don't want to mess with these guys. That's why they got to stop them from being seen. But morning comes, and they're asleep, and the monkey, he's with Kinemon and the other samurai. Once again, I can't remember his name. They make it back on top. And the monkey, Ete, he's freaked out once he finds out that Kinemon is looking for this samurai that is the reason why Jack destroyed Zo. Ete freaks out, starts running, he's like, yeah, I gotta tell. So he's hauling ass. And Kinemon them's like following him. Like running after him. Shit's gonna go bad. If this monkey makes it to Nekomamushi or the Duke, shit's gonna get crazy. It's gonna be bad. But overall, that was pretty much the chapter. And honestly, the chapter overall, once again, very simple, very simplistic, straightforward, not as much detail going into it as last chapter. But we're leading up to something. Whether it's the conflict between Luffy and the Mink, or it's they're going to start heading towards the Tea Party. But that's overall the chapter. I'm done. Overall rating, I'll give the chapter a good rating. I'm done. Make sure there's always a comment, like the video, or dislike, whatever you want to do. And make sure to subscribe to keep up with my videos. make sure to smash the dislike. Make sure to smash the subscribe button. So as always, I'll see you guys next one. Have a nice day.